college football fans. Everything's starting to look okay, look good for all the divisions and conferences in major and non-major D1 and Power 5 and non-Power 5 teams. Picks are coming up for the Power 5 and non-Power 5 teams that are going to be on your TV. And we'll start with one of those Power 5 teams in my beloved Big 12 Conference. All the breakdowns of all the games that are going to be on your TV set this weekend. All next, Boomer Sooner 1982. Don't go away. And welcome back to the college picks for week 11, everybody. My name's Harry James. Let's start in the Big 12. There are no Thursday games in the Big 12 this week. All Saturday games. So let's start at 11 a.m. on the Saturdays for the Big 12 games, where you will see Battle of the Winners from at least last week. TCU and West Virginia. The game will be in Morgantown. The game will be on Fox Sports 1. I'm going to go with Dana Holgorsen and the Mountain Men. Also at 11 a.m., speaking of a couple of teams that won on that one, a couple of teams that lost last week. Kansas at Kansas State. Game will be in Manhattan at the Little Apple on Fox Sports Net. I'm going to go with Kansas State in this ball game. 2:30 p.m., the mid games. Baylor will be in Ames at Iowa State on Fox Sports 1. Most teams in this conference have a little bit of trouble playing in Ames. Now, Oklahoma, luckily, hasn't had that issue of losing. Now, they've not played well, but they haven't lost in there in a while. But they usually pull an upset or two against better teams. And Baylor is not a better team. I think Iowa State's a better team. Iowa State wins this one on the road. The battle for Bedlam. Battle for the Sooner State. I'll be at this one, baby. Right here. Bedlam, Oklahoma State at Oklahoma. The game will be on ABC. I'm not going to pick this game because I don't want to sound like a homer and pick Oklahoma every single time. But if you want to hear my thoughts, you can go to the Sooner Fans Podcast. Thursday mornings, Thursday afternoons, podcasts will be up. I'm usually on with those guys to deal with that. And the nightcapper for the tea sippers in Austin, they'll be in Lubbock at Texas Tech on Fox National. I'm going to actually go with Texas Tech in this ball game. We'll see what happens. I'm picking them because they're the home team, not for any other reason but that. Nationally, they'll get started on Tuesday night, 6:30 p.m. Kent will be at Buffalo on the ESPNU. I'm going to go with Buffalo. That's Tuesday. Wednesdays, Ohio at Miami of Ohio at 6 p.m. ESPNU again. I'm going to go with the Bobcats of Ohio. ESPN2 will have a game at 7 o'clock between Toledo and Northern Illinois. I'm going to go with Toledo. Thursday, the battle in the ACC. There will be a battle in the ACC on Thursday night, 6:30. Wake Forest at North Carolina State on the ESPN. 6:30, I'm going to go with NC State. Friday, 6 o'clock, we'll stay in the ACC. Louisville will be at Syracuse. ESPN2, I'm going to go with the Qs. Also on ESPN2, after that one's over at about 9:15ish, Fresno State at Boise on ESPN2. I'm actually going to go with Boise in this ball game. It's been a while since Boise hasn't won this conference. And why should we say they're not going to win it now? They're going to win it again until they prove to me that they won't. Kind of like my Sooners. 11 a.m. on Saturdays now. On Saturday, the normal slate, 11 a.m., beat Ohio State University will be at Michigan State. The game will be on National Fox. I'm going to go with Ohio State in this ball game. South Carolina at Florida, ESPN. I'm going to go with the Gator Chops. ESPNU up the road in Tulsa, but they will be at Memphis on ESPNU. I'm going to go with Memphis. Navy at my buddy and OU's buddy Josh Heupel in Central Florida, and those guys. That game will be taking place. That game will be on ESPN2. Before our game on ABC, for Bedlam, we'll catch Wisconsin and the Badgers. They'll be at Penn State at 11. ABC, I'm going to go with Penn State. Over on CBS, a couple of the SEC matchups. Ole Miss at Texas A&M. I'm going to go with the Fighting Army. The Fighting Army Texas A&M. Fighting Farmers. Texas A&M, there we go. Maryland at Indiana, Big Ten. I'm going to go with Indiana. Also, Illinois at Nebraska on the Big Ten. I'm actually going to go with Nebraska in this ball game in that it is a home game between two evenly matched clubs. SMU at UConn. ESPN3, I'm going to go with SMU. BYU at the University of Massachusetts. I'm going to go with Brigham Young. That's going to be on the 11 Sports Network. Louisville, Louisiana Lafayette. Lafayette at Army, CBS Sports Network. I'm going to go with the Army. Missouri will host Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt at Missouri, SEC. I'm going to go with Missouri. And Akron at Eastern Michigan on ESPN3. I'm going to go with Eastern Michigan. 11:20, the battle for North Carolina will be taking place. The two big schools there, North Carolina and Duke. UNC at Duke on ESPN3. It's not basketball, people. It's not even going to be close. Duke's going to wipe the floor with these guys. 12 p.m. Troy at Georgia Southern at noon. ESPN Plus, the new ESPN Plus network. I'm going to go with Georgia Southern. 1 o'clock, our old buddy Seth Luttrell, Oklahoma's old buddy Seth Luttrell, North Texas, going to try to get back on the winning track. North Texas at Old Dominion, ESPN3. I'm going to go with North Texas. Also on the Pac-12 network, UCLA will be at Arizona State. I'm going to go with the Sun Devils of Arizona State. 1:30 p.m., Charlotte will be at Marshall on ESPN The Plus. I'm going to go with Marshall. 2 o'clock, Liberty at Virginia, ESPN3. I'm going to go with Virginia. Middle Tennessee State at Texas of El Paso, ESPN Plus. I'm going to go with Middle Tennessee. And Bowling Green at Central Michigan. The game will be on ESPN Plus. I'm going to go with Central Michigan. 2:30, Mississippi State at Alabama on CBS. I'm going to go with the Fighting Tide. Big Ten Network will have Michigan at Rutgers on the Big Ten Network. I'm going to go with Michigan. Our old buddy that helped turn the OU program around in the first place and brought us Lincoln Riley, the Fighting Leech, Mike Leach, Washington State at Colorado, ESPN. I'm actually going to go with those Fighting Leeches, the Pirate, the Cougar, Mike Leach in Washington State. The SEC game on the SEC Network, Kentucky at Tennessee. Look, I really like what my OU buddy, Bob Stoops, I really like what his brother Mark is doing there. But I think that last week against Georgia really hurt them, and Tennessee needs one to get bowl eligible. Who's to say that Tennessee can't knock them down when Kentucky's down? I'm going to say it can happen. It gets crazy there. I've been there also, by the way. What about Iowa? As Northwestern will be at Iowa on Fox. I'm going to go with Iowa. Purdue, the Boilermakers, will be at Minnesota. ESPN2. I'm going to go with Minnesota. What about this? Pittsburgh. They're leading their version, their style of the ACC right now, but they host Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech at Pittsburgh is in the ESPNU. I'm going to go with Pittsburgh. And New Mexico at the AFA. That's the Air Force Academy for you guys that don't know that. That's on CBS. I'm going to go with the Falcons of Air Force. 3 o'clock. San Jose State at Utah State on the new on the new Stadium Network. I'm actually going to go with Utah State in this ball game. ESPN3 will have Appalachian State at Texas State. I'm going to go with App State in this one on ESPN3. East Carolina at Tulane on ESPN News. I'm actually going to go with Tulane in this ball game. It's a bit of a weird offense. I don't know if East Carolina can catch up. Stay up with it. 4 o'clock. Fast forward with me to 4 o'clock. Georgia State will be at Louisiana on ESPN Plus. I'm going to go with Louisiana Lafayette. Another one of the Louisiana schools, as Louisiana Monroe will be at South Alabama. That one's also on ESPN Plus. I'm going to go with Monroe. ESPN Plus will also have Arkansas State at Coastal Carolina. I'm going to go with Coastal Carolina. And Stadium Network will have Western Kentucky at Florida Atlantic. I'm on the new Stadium Network. I'm going to go with FAU. Also, Battle in the Pac-12 will be Oregon at Utah, 4 o'clock. I'm actually going to go with Oregon in this ball game. The 6 o'clock, the nightcap, starts you off. Auburn and Georgia at Georgia. ESPN regular. I'm going to go with Georgia. I know they're coming off a big win over Kentucky, but Auburn, I don't even know if they can catch up with themselves at this point. So I'm going to go with Georgia. Temple will be at Houston. CBS Sports Network. I'm going to go with Houston. Miami at Virginia Tech. ESPN The Deuce. I'm going to go with the option of Virginia Tech. South Florida and Cincinnati on ESPNU. I'm going to go with Cincy. Rice at Louisiana Tech on ESPN Plus. I'm going to go with La Tech. And Florida International at University of Texas San Antonio on ESPN Plus. I'm going with FIU. The 6:30, the main primetime games this week. LSU at Arkansas. SEC Network. I'm going to go with LSU. Florida State, Notre Dame. NBC. I'm actually going to go with Notre Dame in this one. Also, Southern Miss at Alabama Birmingham on the new BN Sports Network. I'm going with UAB. The primetime game this week, Clemson at Boston College on ABC. I'm going to go with Clemson. 8 o'clock, Oregon State at Stanford. Pac-12 game. I'm going to go with Stanford. Flash forward with me to 9:30, where the final games will happen. Cal will be in California, but they're going to be at USC, Southern Cal, ESPN, 9:30. I'm going to go with USC. UNLV at San Diego State, ESPN The Deuce. I'm going to go with San Diego State, ESPN 2. And the ESPNU game is Colorado State at Nevada. On the U, I'm going to go with Nevada. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Remember, don't take any of these picks to Vegas. But if you want to, send me some money back. Please? Kind of need it. Alright guys, thanks for watching. My name's Harry James. You can catch this and all my other videos on YouTube, BoomerSooner1982. Also on Facebook, Harry James Taylor. And on Twitter, @HypeManHarry. Alright guys, this has been the Week 11 picks in college football. Everybody enjoy it. See you guys for Week 12. It's coming, baby. See y'all then. See ya. Bye.